Hello, CSU Bucks. This is Dr. Heather Chadwick, and I'm hosting a BucTalks. I am privileged and excited to be here to talk to you today. I'm an assistant professor in the College of Business. I teach finance and economics courses at CSU. I'm originally from Richmond, Kentucky, and I started my undergraduate degree at West Point, the United States Military Academy. I also attended Eastern Kentucky University, the University of Oklahoma for my master's, and Colorado State University for my PhD. I absolutely love teaching at CSU. It is a very wonderful and inspiring place to work. I feel privileged to work with CSU students every single day. I've taught at various institutions over the past 20 years, to include Cameron University, University of Maryland, West Point, Creighton University, and Athens Technological Community College. I worked also in the private sector as an estimator for the Boeing Company, an accounting technician for the Department of Defense Finance and Accounting Service, a study abroad program manager at West Point, and also a financial advisor for Waddell & Reed. I really enjoyed all of my professional positions, and I really found my niche as a financial advisor, helping people make financial decisions, do planning, and investing. One of the things I want to share with you today is our new center in the College of Business. We have created a Center for Personal Financial Management, or the CPFM. We help CSU students with financial decisions, planning, and help find resources for them. The center was launched in the fall semester of 2019 after more than a decade of teaching personal finance through classes and seminars to CSU students. The CPFM is affiliated with the Ron Blue Institute, the leading source of financial literacy education materials based on biblical principles. In addition, CPFM is affiliated with Kingdom Advisors, a nonprofit organization of more than 2,500 Christian financial professionals, including many in our Charleston area. Our Center for Personal Financial Management provides several financial educational opportunities for our CSU campus and community. Some of these opportunities are, we have personal financial management courses, we have peer-to-peer financial coaches for our CSU students, we have freshman seminar modules on financial advising and planning. We conduct monthly Kingdom Advisors meetings with CSU students, faculty, staff, and even local area Kingdom Advisors, financial planners from our Charleston area. We also have BucSense, an online resource for our CSU community, and we encourage our peer coaches to provide financial literacy promotions at local churches and schools as they can, whenever they can find the time from their busy schedules as students to do that. One of the courses that we teach here in the College of Business is personal finance. It's an optional course in the liberal arts core at CSU, and it provides the financial education on topics such as biblical view of money, stewardship, budgeting, debt management, investing, charitable giving, and wealth management. The center delivered an introduction to biblical financial literacy to more than 1,000 CSU students over the last 3 semesters. We did that with our personal finance course and also an online module included in the freshman seminar at CSU. In the summer of 2020, we worked really hard, and the CPFM, we were awarded a TD Ameritrade grant. Funding from this grant is used to develop a new program of study to help students meet the requirements to become certified financial planners. Financial planning and services are growing fields with multiple employment opportunities for our students. CSU graduates can have significant influence on the financial well-being of their clients through their knowledge of biblical principles of finance. In the first year of existence, the CPFM expanded the teaching of personal finance courses to reach over 165 students. Last fall, the CPFM launched the first student financial coaching team. This was a big initiative for us, and we're really, really proud of this. We had 4 selected student coaches provide help and resources to fellow CSU students who have financial questions and may face financial challenges. Our hope is that the peer coaching program will help all CSU students make better financial decisions. Last semester, the peer coaches had 50 virtual appointments with CSU students about their finances. The peer coaches are off to a great start in 2021 with already making 4 classroom presentations, and they've already started scheduling virtual appointments for their classmates. CSU's first peer coaching team includes 2 seniors with double majors in accounting and financial management. These peer coaches have experience working as interns with financial advising firms over the past summer. The 2 other peer coaches are sophomore business majors. These peer coaches will provide continuity for the future CPFM peer coaches. In the fall, we recruited, interviewed, and selected 5 more peer coaches from various majors. We created a training course for all of our peer coaches to help train them in questions and counseling that they may receive from fellow CSU students. Let's take a minute to see exactly what a CPFM peer coach does here at CSU. We will now have a demonstration of coaching session with Sarah and Ben. Let's see what our peer coaches are up to. Enjoy.
Hi, I am Sarah Fleming, and I will be acting as the peer coach.
And I'm Ben Muller, and I'll be acting as the client.
Hi, Ben. How can I help you today?
Hi, Sarah. Thank you so much for meeting with me as a peer coach. I'm really glad to have this kind of opportunity at CSU. I've been having a lot of fears about my money problems and just trying to figure out my financial issues. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all. Ask away.
All right. Wonderful. My first one, I get told a lot that I'm not budgeting very well, that I'm spending too much money and that kind of thing, and I don't really know how to budget or even how to get that process started. Can you help me with that?
Absolutely. So when starting to budget, I would recommend using an Excel template or an app such as EveryDollar or Mint. They allow you to put in what you think you're going to spend at the beginning of the month and then the actuals at the end of the month. So if you think you're going to spend $25 on food and end up spending $40, that allows you to plan better for the next month.
Okay. And what do I need to plan for? I can just spend it all as long as I know how much I have, right?
No, I would actually recommend saving. So whenever you're saving, you should come up with goals. These are SMART goals, so they're specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. They're goals you wouldn't recommend. Saving $1 million by the time you graduate wouldn't be a good goal, but saving $500 a year is more an attainable goal for a college student. So I would recommend saving and planning for the future.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess I could probably set a SMART goal of maybe saving $1,000 this semester. Would that be a good goal?
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. And my next question, I've been really worried about my student loans recently. I had to take out a lot to be able to go to school, and I know I'm probably not alone in that. And I don't really know how they work. Should I be paying for them now? Are they costing me money right now?
No, so your student loans typically have a deferred interest period. So that means after you graduate, you have 6 months before you have to start paying off your loans, and the interest won't start building until then either. So ideally, you'll have a job and be able to confidently start making payments and not have to stress about money while you're in school.
Okay. And do the loans do anything for me, or do I just have to pay them off at the end?
So your loans can actually help your credit score and build in credit. People always just assume that's just credit cards, but whenever you make payments that are consistent and an accurate amount on your loans, that will actually build your credit as well.
Okay, and you said a credit card. I was always told that I shouldn't have a credit card. Is that true?
It's really up to the individual. As long as you have an emergency fund, your debt is manageable, and you have an income, having a credit card is not necessarily a bad thing. They can actually benefit you and help you build your credit score while you're in college, as long as you're making your payments and not spending money you don't have.
Okay, and you said an emergency fund. My parents used to talk about that, but nothing's going to happen to me, right? I don't need an emergency fund.
Well, I would actually recommend everyone have an emergency fund of about $1,000 for starters, which sounds like a lot, but it's really not. This way, if you get a flat tire, need an oil change, or just some unexpected event comes, then you're absolutely prepared and you don't have to stress about not having the finances to pay for it.
Okay, that's wonderful. Then I guess I'll save up $1,000 for a SMART goal, and then I'll make sure I have an emergency fund as well. Another question I have, and it's been really big in the news the past couple of weeks, is Robinhood, or something called Robinhood about investing. I've been told by a lot of people it's a good way to make a lot of money really quick. What do you think?
Personally, I would not recommend Robinhood, whereas this is my opinion. So in my job position, you just take this as a grain of salt, and you can make your own decisions based on what I say. I would recommend starting with MarketWatch, which is an online simulation that gives you $100,000 to invest, but it's not real money. So if you lose money, it's not that big of a deal, but then you get to learn how the market works without having to risk your own money. But when you are ready, I would recommend starting with a Roth IRA.
And what's that?
So a Roth IRA is a long-term investment account. It's for retirement, so it's ideally you wouldn't touch it. You can contribute up to $6,000 a year of earned income, so not money you make cutting grass or babysitting, but things that will show up on your W-2. And it has an option if you end up needing the money and your emergency fund is not enough, then you can take out the money you've put in with no penalties. You cannot take out the returns, though, because there will be a penalty there.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess I should probably start a Roth IRA then to start planning for my retirement. Thank you. I think that's all the questions I have. Thank you so much for this. Will I get any resources for these that I can look up?
Absolutely. I will send you a follow-up email shortly after this meeting with a summary of what we talked about, some helpful links maybe about credit cards or retirement accounts, and a link to our website, which would hopefully help you further. And feel free to always reach out to me with any more questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I will reach out again, because it'll be nice to have that constant report on what I'm doing with these goals. So thank you so much for meeting with me.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, wasn't that awesome and exciting to see our CSU students being peer coaches and helping other students. The CPFM is led by Mr. Boyce Smith. He's our director, and I am the representing faculty member. The CPFM is supported through gifts from friends and alumni of CSU and the College of Business. For more information about the center and its outreach programs, you can always contact me on my cell phone, 714-423-8595, or my email at hchadwick@csuniv.edu. I encourage you to support the CPFM and also spread the word about the great things that we are doing here at CSU. Thank you for watching this BucTalks, and go Bucks!